Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading. Before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So we're going to do a two-part reading. One on Sha'Carri Richardson and Nicki Minaj, because people were saying that Nicki was throwing shade at Sha'Carri Richardson. So I was like, that's a little interesting because I don't really think they know each other like that. But anyway, we're just going to see what's going on, how they feel about each other. Then I want to see how Megan Thee Stallion feels about Dababy getting blacklisted. He's losing deals left and right, getting dropped out of festivals. And I went on his Instagram page and he keeps showing videos of his kids. I think he's trying to let the general public know that, you're taking, food out his kid's mouth, because he keeps posting them and he's on a jet somewhere. So I think he's trying to make people feel bad for him. And I do feel like certain people do, but I don't think the higher ups, the executives feel bad for him. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to start off with Sha'Carri Richardson and Nicki Minaj. How does Sha'Carri Richardson feel about Nicki Minaj? People were saying that she had some tweets shading Nicki like in the past. So let's see. How does Sha'Carri Richardson feel about Nicki Minaj, the female rapper Nicki Minaj? Okay, so I feel like she definitely is a fan of Nicki Minaj. I don't know what her tweets said, but we have the Knight of Cups. This talks about passion. This talks about creativity. This talks about, working with someone. So it looks like she definitely listens to Nicki Minaj, listens to her music. The Eight of Swords, that talks about victim blaming. She doesn't necessarily like how, Nicki comes off, like maybe her personality or how she's perceived in the media. The energy I'm picking up on is that she kind of feels like she could be cold-hearted, okay? But with that being said, she is a fan. The Death card is here. This talks about starting a new beginning. She's hoping that, if Nicki saw the tweets, she may or may not have saw them, that she doesn't really pay them any mind, okay? Because, Sha'Carri wants to move forward and I guess build relationships with certain people in the industry, okay? The Two of Cups is here. That talks about harmony. So she is fond of Nicki musically. She just feels like Nicki could be a little bit cold-hearted. Or that's how she comes off of, in the general public, okay? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about work-home conflict. So she knows that eventually more tweets could come out about her talking about certain celebrities. So that's where the conflict comes out, because now she is basically, I don't know if you would call her a celebrity, but she's an athlete and people know her now. So she knows that she might have to go back and delete a few tweets about other celebrities that she might have talked about in the past. So she's just hoping that, nobody pays attention to them. And I really don't think a lot of people will. Let's see. How does Nicki Minaj feel about Sha'Carri Richardson? Nicki Minaj. How does she feel about Sha'Carri Richardson? Nicki Minaj. How does she feel about Sha'Carri Richardson? Okay, so she thinks that she's going to be successful. The Ace of Pentacles, that talks about growth opportunities. I do feel like she feels like, how would I say it? Like, she lacks immaturity. Like, she's not fully mature, but the Eight of Pentacles is here. This talks about determination. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles that talks about growth, financial abundance. Five of Pentacles, this talks about her recently taking a financial loss. And then, the Five of Wands is here, which talks about inner conflict, not always making the right choices. So she feels like she lacks maturity, not fully mature. I don't know how old Sha'Carri Richardson is. I would be like I believe, like, you know, in her early 20s maybe. But, you know, there's always growing to do. And then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. This talks about not giving up, you know, trying one more time. And she said that, you know, she learned from her mistake and she's going to move better in the future. That's what she said in regards to that scandal that came out recently about her. So it just looks like, you know, Nicki's not going to really take whatever she saw to the heart. She just feels like she lacks maturity, okay? And that could be a result to, you know, her scandal, you know, having, you know, substances in her body, knowing that, you know, she's in the Olympics, okay? So let's move on to Megan Thee Stallion and Dababy. Let's see what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion and Dababy. Megan Thee Stallion and Dababy. How does Megan feel about Dababy getting blacklisted? Megan Thee Stallion. How does she feel about... Okay, this card dropped down. Ooh, the Lover's card in reverse. So that means she's not really messing with him like that, okay? How does Megan Thee Stallion feel about Dababy getting blacklisted? Yeah, she knows that it's going to really affect him. Okay. We have the Lovers card, which fell on the floor. This talks about disharmony, them not being on the same page. We got the Six of Pentacles. This talks about unpaid debts. So the money that he was getting from them shows, he might have to give it back because he's not performing. Okay, he's not performing. We got the Sun card. This talks about being overly optimistic, okay? So that means that she feels like he's not taking things seriously. He thinks that everything's a joke. You know, he said he's going to be an icon. How are you going to be an icon if you're blacklisted? We also have the Five of Cups. This talks about disappointment. Like, I'm disappointed in you. First, you let me down with the Tory Lane situation. Then you said what you said. And then we have the Empress card. This talks about codependency. So she doesn't feel like he's going to be able to survive in the industry without the executive's approval. Okay, like all, you know, Elton John, you know, Madonna, all these people that are quote unquote, you know, gatekeepers. She don't feel like they're gonna let him back in unless he comes, you know, more genuine. And maybe if he might have to do certain things. I'll be honest with you. The Queen of Cups, that talks about bitterness. She has bitterness towards him. Feels like he betrayed her. So she thinks that he deserves his blackball. She thinks he deserves his blacklisting, okay? And then we also have the Four of Pentacles. This talks about savings, making better decisions. So she's hoping that, you know, he has money saved up, which I believe he does, okay? But ultimately, she kind of feels like he deserves what he's getting. How did Megan Thee Stallion feel about what he said at Rolling Loud? Was she offended about what he said at Rolling Loud? Yeah, she was offended. Like I said, you know, Megan likes girls and boys, so she was offended, okay? We have the Three of Pentacles. This talks about disharmony, working alone. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. This talks about betrayal, resisting an inevitable end. So she feels like his career is over, right now at least. Anyway, if you like this reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Have a great day.